You are a piece of corn with a little bit of butter spread on you. This is the Bitcoin chart. We aren't moving anywhere. We're still in a mental illness zone. I'm on just a 2-hour chart right now, but I'd like to show you something on the monthly because I think that's very important. Do you see right here, friends? I'm going to show you right here. See here, there are 3 red monthly candles so far. September, obviously, has not finished. We are very early to September. But right now, it's red. 3 red monthly candles. If we go back in Bitcoin history, it's actually very rare to get 3 red monthly candles in a row. I don't want to jinx it. I'm just saying we're getting scammed. If September goes down, which it usually goes down every single year. Now, if I go back to the previous cycle, there was 3 red months here. July, August, September. But there was a difference here. Bitcoin from the low did a freaking 342% rally. That is a 4.4x. Do you want to know what a 4.4x would have done for us? It would have taken us all the way up to $68,000. So you could imagine some red monthly candles coming there. Basically, we got the plus token euphoria here to justify those 3 red candles to get more of a reset. What about before it? Before, we never had even 2 red monthly candles before the Bitcoin halvening. So this is where the Bitcoin halvening was. Before it, we never had 2 red months in a row. It was red and then green and then red and then green. Wow. What an amazing tail it had for everybody holding back then. It was so much easier. I know everybody says it was risky, you don't know, but it doesn't matter, man. If you're in something risky and it's going up, at least it's ticking up every month. That's a lot better than what we're going through right now. Because at least this is what happens. We get to process their result straight away. So it's easier. Even though they had no idea how high Bitcoin would go, it doesn't matter that they didn't know. It ended up giving them 100x. We're not getting 100x today. So this is super painful. Really painful. By the way, I hope, remember, I've got 70% chance we're going to get scammed. 70%. I hope those odds change next year. There could be a series of events that make it change next year. For example, if Bitcoin maybe starts the year around 50K, finishes back down at like 32 for 2024, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? If we go back to the cycle in 2012, 2013, you never had more than 1 red month in a row. It's crazy. Even though this one might be a bit of a doji, but hey, a red month was nowhere to be seen. Little red month here, just 1 red month here, and everything else was just green. But that's the power of being early to the crypto industry. We can't go back in time. All we can do is think about the riches that everybody made. And so Bitcoin still is sitting around $25,800. We are still grinding along the zone. I mean, it is wow to see, really. I mean, 6 months sideways. It just breaks my heart because you are my baby doll. You understand Bitcoin's not going to 300K. We ain't getting it. I want it. I really want it, man. I really want it. If Bitcoin goes 300K, you've basically got minimum $30,000 Ethereum. Oh, that's just the numbers, the valuations are just enormous. If we get that, the whole crypto industry gets trillions and trillions and trillions of size. What if we don't get that? Roca Negra is now in, aka BlackBerry. The Roca Negra Bitcoin Spot ETF. The end of times, friends. They're not here for the parabolic action. They're here to start DCAing slowly. They're here to start using mum and dad to turn Bitcoin perhaps into proof of stake. So we are waiting to see the price action as we get closer and closer. And some fun games here. The fractal from the Mt. Gox Ponzi cycle. I know it's crazy, but it basically says we get the Bitcoin halvening in October. Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if we're just saying, hey, the little squiggly line says the Bitcoin ETF is actually coming in October, but the market doesn't know it yet. And then it happens. That would be fascinating for it to happen. And it would be like, how do you explain that? How would we possibly explain to people that it was coming and the chart said it? No one would believe you. And it's okay because this is just the game of this short-term speculation, up, down, left, right, throwing things around. It really is a game of sharks in the short term. And speaking of sharks, everybody's out here to make money, especially crypto protocols. But it's not so simple because, I'm seeing all over Twitter I saw somebody post about ChainLink. They're trying to like diss ChainLink because the accumulated revenues are not as high as another protocol, GMX. But let me tell you something, man. The market doesn't care. You think the market's stupid? The market is smarter than these stonks people because we are not limited by red tape, governments, censorship resistance. We're not limited by geography. It's electrons flowing through the internet. So the market is smarter. The market gives a value based off Metcalfe's law. Nodes in a network. That's why. It's not that people are stupid. It's that it's smart. Let me explain. Crypto is valued off Metcalfe's law. Not like stocks. Cash flow. I wish it was like stocks. Do you know why, friends? You could go to this website, cryptofees.info, and you could just go buy all the top crypto here. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Uni, Aave, BNB, Maker, ARB, Solana, Optimism. See you later. There you go. There's my portfolio. Don't look at crypto for the next 5 years. You've made it. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? We don't get our valuations based off cash flow. We don't. Why? Like I said, the market's super smart. I always use this example. It's like everybody lived in a house and there are 1 million people in here. All right. His uni little house. 1 million people in the house. And it's like you had access to a megaphone. Okay. Little megaphone here. And you could yell anything to these 1 million people and say, hey, buy this lipstick. Buy these fluffy slippers. There's a new squeaky chair out. They will go pay attention and most likely you could route their liquidity and go buy it. You could. The market knows this. It's not just me and you. I'm reverse engineering. I'm here to share with you. This is what's been happening. You ever wonder, why doesn't cash flow? Why isn't the most important thing? It's because it's too smart for it, man. We've got to get more intelligent when it comes to picking and riding with the strong communities. Because if it was as simple as just buy the highest profit-making stuff, we're not going to make it. Market doesn't give value to this stuff. It would be easier if it did, didn't it? So, for example, Ethereum 7-day average fees makes 9 times more money than Bitcoin. But Ethereum is not 9 times more expensive than Bitcoin's price. It is minus 50% cheaper. Crazy, right? Crazy or crazy not? Uniswap makes a lot of fees, right? You know, when I put this Uniswap here, people say, oh, but Uniswap fees goes to the LPs, not Uni itself. No one cares. Amazon was not making any profit for itself for like freaking 12 years. Nothing. But the stock was still going to the freaking moon because they understood the 10-year vision. People are not silly. When people see the network forming, they don't give it a value of 0. People ride behind it. They understand what's going on. This is why growth always outperforms these utility stocks. So what we're just looking at, friends, is G. G for friendship, growth. This is it. This is a growth network. This is a growth industry. Existing utility would just mean cash flow, but there's no speculation. You can't change the future. It becomes boring and stale, and you get boring and stale returns, just like the utility stocks in the S&P 500. So I just showed you that example with Ethereum. But what about others? There are many others. For example, MakerDAO, otherwise known as the cow fart sniffers, they make 400% more money than Solana. If we go and check Maker, where is Maker? Maker has 1 billion in market cap. What does Solana have? Solana has 8 billion. So Solana has 8 times bigger valuation, even though it makes anywhere near as much money. Explain that. Well, I've explained that here for you. No more rhetorics here. There was another one I heard. I heard with ChainLink. They said ChainLink, for example, barely making any revenue compared to GMX. And I was like, oh, buy my GMX bags. Buy my GMX bags, please. You're a leverage trading protocol. You can be forked 30,000 times over, and you are being forked 30 times over. Different networks, different communities. They're copy-pasting it. They're making their fees cheaper. They're competing. Why is GMX valued $286 million only, but ChainLink is worth 3.2 billion. ChainLink's over 10x higher, even though GMX makes no fees. It's because the market's not stupid, man. The market's not silly. Do you know how easy it is to launch your own perpetual trading protocol? That's why there's literally over 30 out there. They just compete each other on fees. It's a commodity. It's a casino. They're like basically pop-up casinos. And the market understands this. That's why there's a difference in the valuation here. But also, where's it going to be in the future? So it doesn't matter where it is today. Where's it going in the future? Well, the mind share of people, for example, in ChainLink, they understand that ChainLink is part of the bug eaters crew. The bug eating overlords. They have chosen ChainLink. ChainLink has 50% of the oracle's dominance. You can go to DeFi Llama and you can click on oracles, DeFiLlama.com. If you click on oracles, you can see it's not even close. ChainLink here, 47, 50%. Some of these others are just like bodgy jobs. You can't even pay attention to them, right? 57, 47, 50%. So you can't like just assume you're some sort of genius because of cash flow. Like this old ancient, cash flow. No one cares, man. No one cares. You ever wonder why Bitcoin went up literally making no money for anybody? The network effect. Bitcoin used to have one person in the network and then 10 and then a million and then 10 million. Now Bitcoin has 200 million people in the network. With Stinky Link, for example, Stinky Link has about 650K to 700K people holding the coin. As more smart contracts get integrated and more entrepreneurs make more complex things for their protocols and apps, it's expected to grow. That's why it's all about the G, the growth, friends, the network growth. That's what everyone's here for. That's why crypto, we drop a lot, but we don't go minus 99.9999%, because that's what the valuation would be if you based it off cash flow today. And the best thing I can tell you, friends, is this. All right. So I'm not here sitting on a high horse because I've got a straight back. And I'm here to tell you something. You know, in the previous cycle, okay? In this previous cycle, I did not know how the market was going to react to cash flow products. I'm not sitting here pretending that I came in on day one and I knew exactly what was going on. So what I did was I allocated part of my portfolio to high cash flow generating coins. Yes, I did. Now, it was years ago. I can't remember exactly which ones I bought, but I bought all the profitable ones because I did not know what was going to happen in the bull market. I didn't know if the market would just wake up and start buying up everything that was profitable. So I was allocating here. All right, I was allocating here. I did not know. When the bull market came, to my shock and disappointment, all of the revenue generating coins, cash flow, meant nothing. No one gave a damn. Instead, they bought metaverse trash. They bought JPEGs. They bought layer 1 coins with no users just because they were layer 1 coin, not even making money. That's what they bought. Gaming, NFT, metaverse, JPEGs, dog coins. Nowhere in that equation was there cash flow. Nowhere. But I still allocated for it. I didn't know. So I just allocated. Go, hey, what if these things just start like all rocketing one week, like, 5x, 10x, because the market wakes up to their revenue, cash flow generating ability. No one cared. So there are people out there still who are investing based off cash flow in crypto. All right. And that's beautiful. You know why? Because they're getting crushed. And they will keep getting crushed. And they're going to keep buying the bags of other billionaires in GMX, even though Crypto Banter's already made 2 episodes on GMX already dedicated, which has cursed it, for example. Okay, when that happens, friends, you got to open your eyes, okay? People are going to keep making the same mistakes. And that's good. I want to see that. Keep making the same mistakes because that means we're going to win. We're winning. They don't understand this. So to look at cash flow, you get like this big libido boost. You're like, wow, we're generating cash flow. You're generating nothing. What they're trying to say is they can sleep at night because they see dollars coming into the protocol. That means they have no uncertainty. Let me tell you something about crypto. When you have no uncertainty, the market always pretty much tells you you don't have much upside either. If you are not going to bed every night wondering if your portfolio is going to go to zero tomorrow, you're not allocated enough. at all. The biggest coins that moved from the DeFi 2020 season up to the top of the bull market, absolute trash products, trash, garbage, everything. I mean, JPEGs went up, okay? Imagine you were sitting there before any bull market came on. You're like, is anybody ever going to buy this bag ever? It's not even making any cash flow. Or this thing is only giving out inflation. I have no idea what's going on. They made the most. They made the most. So you have to look at the product for what it is. You can't be looking at this cash flow. You understand it. You're also my friend. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Make sure you shock the algorithm for your friends. Catch you in the next one.